right? In the
Okay,
Quran, it
so
tells
I
us,
said
right?
this before. I said this before.
Whoever is thinks that Allah will not help him in this world or in the hereafter, then let him extend a rope to the sky, then let him cut off. Then let him see whether this will remove his plan, which he enrages. We get from the interpretation of Ibn Abbas, right, that this means whoso is won't think that Allah will not give Muhammad, peace be upon him, victory in the world and the hereafter through reason and proof. Let him stretch out a rope to the roof of his dwelling and let him hang himself. Then let him see and let him reflect upon whether the strategy hanging himself dispelleth that whereat he rages regarding Muhammad. It is also said there is another way of understanding this passage. Whoever thinks that Allah will not help him in this worldly life with sustenance and in the hereafter with reward, then let him what? Tie a rope to the roof of his house and hang himself with it and see whether killing himself will dispel his rage. And this interpretation led to most of the English translations of the Quran to use Ibn Abbas's translation inside of their interpretation inside of their translation, right? They would say, let them stretch out a rope to the ceiling and strangle themselves, right? Sahih International said, then let him extend a rope to the ceiling and cut off his breath. Mushin Khan, right, said, let him stretch out a rope to the ceiling and let him strangle himself. Pickthall said, let him stretch a rope to the roof of his dwelling and let him hang himself. All quoting Ibn Abbas saying he should kill himself if he disbelieves in Allah guiding Muhammad. Saying that if you disbelieve that Muhammad was really guided by Allah, Muhammad was a true prophet, you should just go kill yourself. We get this from this understanding of Ibn Kathir. He said, right, that this is the more appropriate and clear meaning. He says the statements of Ibn Abbas and his companions more appropriate and clear meaning, right? The meaning is whoever thinks that Allah will not support Muhammad, his book and his religion, let him go and what? Kill himself. I rest my case.
Okay, first of all, I don't know. That's the first thing, okay? And this second thing is like I said before. Why instead of asking like a sheikh that have like a big knowledge about that, ask just normal people, like normal Muslims. They don't even know the normal thing about Islam, and you ask them about things. And when you convince them, you think that you are right, and they think that they are wrong.
That says a lot.
I don't need
That's
to
the
ask
the
your
problem, you
sheikhs.
know?
Listen, no, 1 second, Akhi. I don't need to ask your sheikh because we already got from the most authoritative Muslims like Ibn Abbas and Ibn Kathir. I even have Mawadidi and Ibn Tabari telling me that yes, this is true. If you disbelieve that Muhammad was guided by Allah, if you disbelieve in his book, then you should go and what? Kill yourself. These are the most authoritative Muslims according to Sunni Muslims, okay? You should go and kill yourself according to this ayat. According to the translators, according to your prophet, according to Jalal Jalain, Ibn Abbas, the cousin of your prophet, right? And we also get from Ibn Kathir, Bagawi, which said that this is among the majority, right? He said the meaning is, right, by the sky or the roof of his house, right? And majority meaning, let him tie a rope to the roof of his house and let him choke until he dies. If he disbelieves in this book.
First time to hear that, you know? I never heard that.
This is the first time you ever told that disbelievers should just go kill themselves.
Okay, so everyone that believes in Muhammad needs to kill himself?
Everybody that disbelieves in Muhammad and disbelieves in his book and disbelieves that Muhammad was guided by Allah, they should go and kill themselves. This is the interpretation of Ibn Kathir. He says whoever thinks that Allah will not support Muhammad, his book, his religion, lets him go and kill himself. Very clear in understanding Ibn Kathir's interpretation, or Ibn Kathir's tafsir on 22:15. And that's only if you're a believer, though. If you're a disbeliever, you can go kill yourself according to the majority. According to the majority, you can go kill yourself.
Okay, I want to say something. You know, even the sheikh, when people want to read some books, they don't like recommend Ibn Kathir because it's for advanced people. It's not for normal people. So you just go and read Ibn Kathir and you start like explain it like with your knowledge, you know.
I already cooked you there. I already cooked you here. Okay. Okay. So the prophets, you do take Sahih hadiths, yes?
Yeah.
Look at this hadith. Ibn Abbas reported, the messenger of Allah, who's the messenger? The prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, put his hand on his shoulder, whose shoulder? Ibn Abbas, and said, O Allah, give him, Ibn Abbas, understanding in religion and teach him the interpretation of the Quran. What does Ibn Abbas say about this ayat? Right? Whoso won't think that Allah will not give him, i.e. Muhammad, peace be upon him, victory in this world and the hereafter through reason and proof. Let him stretch out a rope to the roof of his dwelling and let him hang himself. Right? We're also told that he says that there's another way of understanding. Another way of understanding this passage. Remember, the prophet said after he put his hands on the shoulder of Ibn Abbas, "Oh Allah, give him understanding of my book." Right? He says there's another way of understanding this passage. Whoever thinks that Allah will not help him in this worldly life with sustenance in the hereafter and with reward, let him tie a rope to the roof of his house and let him hang himself with and see whether killing himself will dispel his rage. So yes, even to Ibn Abbas, if you disbelieve that Allah will help Muhammad, kill yourself. Even Ibn Abbas.
Oh, I see.
Your prophet said to Allah, give him understanding. Why didn't Allah listen to him? Do you trust this? You're saying this is a lie? This never happened? You don't think he should go kill himself? He's a bad guy? The cousin of your prophet? You takfir him? Because he says they should kill yourself if you disbelieve in Muhammad. This is who Ibn Kathir quotes, right? This is why you do understand that when Ibn Kathir agrees with the majority of Muslims, he's also Sahih. It's very Sahih. I don't know where you're getting this. Oh, people don't trust Ibn Kathir. That's a lie, right? Ibn Kathir is agreeing with the majority, right? We get from Bargawi, who said that the majority belief amongst this is that let him tie a rope to the roof of his house and let him choke until he dies. Muhammad. Ibn Kathir agrees. He says whoever thinks that Allah will not support Muhammad in his book and his religion, let him go and kill himself. He agrees. So what do you mean he's not Sahih? He's very Sahih, and he literally quotes Ibn Abbas who supports this. He says Ibn Abbas said in his tafsir, right? The very thing I said to you. Very same thing. It's among the majority that if you're a disbeliever in Muhammad, you disbelieve in his book, go kill yourself. 22:15.
What verse is this?
So if you believe in Muhammad and his book, you need to go and kill yourself, right?
If you disbelieve.
Disbelieve. I see.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
I should go kill myself. Akudo should go kill himself. I don't know if our ex is a disbeliever, but he should go kill himself according to the most authoritative book in your religion. This is Allah's speech, right? Saying if there's any disbeliever, go kill yourself.
But listen, if someone disbelieves about Muhammad and the Quran, he will not listen to the Quran. So even if he said, go kill yourself, he will not go kill himself. So what's the problem there?
That's part of the argument, pal. Why would your God be so stupid to tell disbelievers that don't even believe what he says to go kill themselves? He guides disbelievers, right? And this isn't just about disbelievers, right? We are told from Imam at-Tabari, which is very authoritative, right? That this is about people who would worship Allah on the edge, meaning that they would have, right? Look what it says. He followed this, it is the verse, as a rebuke to them for their turning away from their religion or for their doubts. They had doubt in Allah, and this verse was revealed to them about their doubts. So even if you have doubt in Allah, go kill yourself. So yes,
okay.
Allah says, if you doubt in me, go kill yourself.
Okay, tell me in which surah Quran?
Surah 22, ayah 15.
22, ayah 15.
Surah Al-Hajj, ayah 15.
Surah Al-Hajj.
Yes, Al-Hajj, ayah 15. Jalal Jalain also says, whoever supposes that God will not help him, namely Muhammad, his prophets in this world and the hereafter, let him extend a rope to the ceiling, to the roof of his house, fixing it there, and tying it to his neck, and let him hang himself, right? And let him choke to death because of it. Let him choke to death because of it. He's very clear.
Can you read me the ayah? The verse?
Yeah, I'll read the ayah. Yeah, 100%. Whoever thinks that Allah will not help him, Muhammad, in this world or in the hereafter, let him extend a rope to the sky, then let him cut off. Then let him see whether this will remove his plan, which he enrages. Now we get from Ibn Kathir, like I said, and Ibn Abbas, that this means when it says let him cut off, this means let him cut off his breath. When it says let him tie a rope to the sky, they all said the roof of the dwelling. Look what it says, right? It says to the roof of his dwelling, of his house. What does it say? To the roof of his what? House. What do we see over here? Right? Very clearly. And here, what does it say? Rope to the roof of his house and let him choke on it until he dies. Right? Whoever thinks that Allah will not aid him in this world and the hereafter, let him extend a rope to the sky, meaning by the sky, the roof of the house, according to the majority, right? That means it's Sahih, meaning let him tie a rope to the roof of his house and let him extend a rope to the roof of his house and then let him choke on it until he dies. Right? And we get from Ibn Abbas, who says the same thing, and Ibn Abbas is very authoritative. right? He's the cousin of the prophet, and I bet you darn well that he was the very first one who said this. That this means to go kill yourself, and this means that the prophet of your religion put his hands on the shoulder of Ibn Abbas, his cousin, and said, "Oh Allah, right? Give him understanding in religion, and teach him the interpretation of the Quran." Right? He said there's a way of understanding this passage, right? He said there's another way of understanding this passage. Whoever thinks that Allah will not help him in this worldly life and sustain us in the hereafter with reward, let him tie a rope to the roof of his house and let him hang himself with it and see whether killing himself will dispel his rage. Sahih. What do you have to say about that? Ancestor, why does your God tell us to kill
So
ourselves?
you said
I just want to know.
verse 50 or 15?
15.
15.
15. Yeah.
15.
Even according to ChatGPT, this is ChatGPT agree with this.
Uh-oh. Lily J, you might as well make a video on it. Why does ChatGPT tell me to kill myself? Astaghfirullah. Yeah, I can share the link. Okay. I just want to. Do you agree that your God tells us to kill ourselves? Can you just agree for me? Just agree.
Okay, so I read the verse from because I'm an Arabic person, so I know Arabic, and the Quran was first of all it's in Arabic. I read it, but there is something that it's not like a normal Arabic, so I can't understand it. I need to search about like someone can explain it in.
I know Arabic too. I know Arabic too. What are you talking about? I know Arabic too, Akhi. I know what it says.
Okay, but it's writing. It's not like easy to understand like for a normal person.
Dude, that's why we get the understandings of Ibn Kathir and Ibn Abbas and the scholars of your religion, like Imam At-Tabari and Baghawi.
Okay.
Like, what are you doing, bro? I gave you the understanding. Are you saying that those guys are all stupid and they got that from nowhere?
Okay, listen. You are a Muslim or a Christian?
I'm a Christian.
Okay.
That doesn't matter
So now
right
listen.
now.
So what's the problem with, for example, I'm a Christian. What's the problem if the Islam is the right thing or not? If there's a contradiction in the Holy Book or not?
You see how he's running?
No, I'm not running. I said that before. I don't have knowledge, so it doesn't mean that you convince me that you are right.
I said
Yeah, don't be happy because you convince me. I'm a normal person. I don't know knowledge, so you can convince me. It's okay. I'm not like a sheikh that you will be happy that you convince me or something.
Can you at least can you tell us right plainly? Do you think that
I
this
said I don't
verse
have
means that
knowledge to tell you.
I gave you people who had knowledge. Are you saying that Ibn Abbas has no knowledge? Are you saying that's when Prophet Muhammad prayed to Allah and said, "Oh Allah, give him understanding"? Right? You're saying Allah never listened? When he said, "Oh Allah, give him understanding in religion and teach him interpretation of the Quran." You're saying that Sahih, right? This Sahih hadith in Muslim Ahmed 2879, that's a great koi, is fake? Very strong? This is very strong. This is like Ibn Abbas says very plainly what this means. He's got understanding. You can't appeal to this. I don't know. We have no understanding. You read the Arabic. You became scared. We all know what the Arabic says. It says very plainly that let him cut off his breath and let him tie a rope to the sky and let him hang and let him see whether this strategy will...
فليمدد بسبب إلى السماء ثم ليقطع فلينظر هل يذهبن كيده ما يغيظ.
What are you fucking watching? What are you fucking watching now? Ancestor,
what
are you doing?
I'm reading from the Quran. I want to see the tafsir of the ayah, you know?
What is this? What the fuck
No,
are you
it's a
doing?
shit. I want to see the tafsir of the ayah.
Okay, bro.
So,
You see how he lies?
why lies? You know what he lies?
Talk about the Ibn Kathir part.
You know who is the person?
He never mentioned Ibn Kathir.
Okay, let's switch another one. Okay.
Why didn't he? No. I don't want to listen to
Wait,
bullshit.
listen.
I'm over your shit. Hey,
There is no
shut
just.
up.
Listen.
Okay, who thinks I should kick it?
But look
Right?
at you.
Who wants to watch another one of that shit? Are you? Listen, dog. Get off here. Bye. You're finished, boy.